Okay, I'm back.
Hi.
Hi, back.
Oh no. You didn't get anything done.
Oh
No.
god. What are you mischievously planning?
Our
Group
name.
name.
No rush. Okay. So,
We don't know what we're called. We don't know what we're doing. We're a mess.
ass.
That's
Maybe that's our name. Maybe we are just the nameless.
The main mess.
The main. The mainless. Hmm.
Strong, independent adventurers.
The SIA.
I mean, that's not honestly not bad to go with background. Open up, SIA! Get on the
Look at badges and handcuffs and everything.
Actually, we are from the SIA, so please open the door.
I mean, it sounds official.
Okay. Anything you wanted to do before you left?
Oh, I don't think so. I'm good.
Where would you want to go?
So the order and the church are in two different directions?
Yes.
Which one takes longer to get to?
The church.
I guess it's the church then.
Okay. So you make your way to the church?
Yeah,
I
let's
don't
see
know,
if
no one's
Haribald
getting
is
in.
there. Let's see if Haribald
do
is
it.
there.
Give
I don't
me
wanna-
a 1d20.
Who?
Anyone.
Okay. Oh.
Natural 20.
Whoa! We find 1,200 platinum.
We find the murderer on our walk.
I killed this Stavil.
Figured it out.
All the inventions!
Ah!
You make your way into the lower district. That is already abuzz with its usual work. The cathedral from here is relatively easy to find, even from afar. Even under the shadow of the district above, it's bright, like a beacon, a lighthouse. From far away, it almost even appears as if the stone cathedral was in flames. Fires in large braziers ring the outside of the church. And like moths to the flame, there is a permanent crowd that forms around the church. You arrive at the church in about 2 or 3 hours. Occasionally you lose sight of it as you navigate through narrow alleyways and through busy streets. But you arrive at this.
As we're arriving, I'm gonna, just before we go in, I want to cast this real quick, just in case there is any trouble. I'm gonna cast an aid on the three of you. So it's a 3rd level aid, so you each gain 10 hit points.
Hmm.
Oh, wow.
Dang.
I've never felt so healthy in my life.
I know.
I mean, that's
That's
like
like
plus,
half
plus,
of
50,
them.
plus 50% for you.
But it's not too far off.
Okay.
In front of the church, there are many people
Where's the entrance in this thing?
huddled around the fires right here at the bottom.
Okay.
4 large double gates.
Where am I?
And as grand as this church is, the cathedral's insides are even more magnanimous, grand. Light blooms inside the church, Shadows dance on long walls and high beams as the flames dance and sputter. There are large painted windows that, lit by the massive fires outside, throw an almost kaleidoscope of colors twisting across the ground. At the heart of the cathedral, arrayed around this podium, is a large mass of people. And between this mass of people sits podium, ringed by a few armored statues in motionless silence, enduring the crowd's roars, each one of them with a flame spear closely clutched to their chest. Atop the podium stands a man gesturing, seemingly nearing the end of his sermon. And as the priest grips the sides of the podium once more, the cheering roar subsides in anticipation. My people, my tinder, my flint and steel, mine is a solemn duty to herald the becoming of a new flame. For flame delivers us and lights our home that is good ground. These good people. He takes a step back, and only now do you see the figure standing behind him, clad in dark red robes, a seemingly small, frail young woman. She unclasps the brooch holding the rope, and it sinks to the floor. The sudden silence is palpable. A strange tension lies among the crowd. The young woman is dressed now only in a simple white gown and moves forward away from the priest. For a moment he looks as though he wants to step forward, but he remains unmoving. She strides along the hall in silent procession. Flanked by the guards, she moves towards the end of the church. She reaches, at the end, a massive brazier. She walks up to the steps and, without another word, lets herself fall into the flame. The spiral of fire juts upwards, lighting the hall, tongues of flame licking the walls, and yet there is no sound. As the crowd turns their faces to the ground, keeping silent, the archpriest then steps down from the podium, the remaining guards flanking him as he leaves. You're still shocked by this apparent sacrifice of life, something so barbarous at the heart of a city like Polythreme. And now slowly the faithful begin to rise from their seats. Those that didn't find seating rise from the ground. Still silent, their heads hung low, one by one they begin to move towards the brazier in which the young woman just burned. And from bags and cloaks they produced lanterns, candles and sticks to light on the sputtering flame. As they return, they seem not happy, but content, shielding their fire from the winds, as many of them leave the church.
So,
Wow. That was
A waste.
Yeah, a waste.
yes. Now we have to go get friendly with one of these people.
how do we do that?
I suppose we follow where he went. Not that that particular man is terrible, but
I'm assuming we can't just go where he went.
Borman
one
just
way to-
died.
That's why we
Oh.
said that out of character. Yeah.
Are there any priests around?
Not that you can see. You do see a lot of cleansers standing around, though.
Not many of them.
I mean, does there seem to be like a, I don't know, a booth or a area that like people go to talk to anyone?
Most of the people gather around the many braziers in this church. Some light candles, some just sit in front of the fire, praying. But there are none really talking to any one person.
Hmm. Well, why don't we just go over to to where he went and ask for an audience? I don't know. Not try to, push our way in, but just ask.
Probably the best way to go about it.
Alright.
As you
Hello.
step closer to this entrance into the lower part of the church, the two cleansers closest step a little bit closer to one another, not immediately barring your entrance, but making it apparent that you are not to simply pass.
Oh,
And Alavan left.
Alvin!
He got taken out
to
by
me,
the cleansers.
to me, I'm still in, but it's probably gonna take a couple seconds before I'm actually out. Just continue.
Yeah.
There I got to disconnect.
Perfect.
Oh.
And back in there.
Greetings, cleansers. We come with a request for an audience with Herbold and a gift for him. Is it possible to deliver a message?
An audience. What kind of gift?
One of his favorite drinks, actually.
And that would be?
The Dragon Hot Brew.
The cleanser looks at his colleague for a moment, somewhat unsure as to what to do, before he leaves and walks down the steps. The other cleanser, now alone, steps right in front of your way. A couple of minutes pass with
Can I ask the guy
cleanser
something in
just
between?
looking at you. Yes.
So, today was that a normal prayer or some kind of special occasion?
Every now and then a new flame is lit.
So whenever the old one weakens, a new one is lit, or how does it work?
No, when one is about to pass, it is ensured that their service to the flame does not end. As such, they become part of the eternal flame.
So when they're sick or about to die in any way, this ceremony is held?
Not quite. It requires a burning flame to become part of the eternal fire. Not just anyone can be part. It is a great honor.
I see. I'll just step back.
And as these minutes pass, the other cleanser steps back up. He nods towards the other guard who retakes his position, and he gestures towards the entrance. You may go.
Oh.
Oh, right now. All right.
Doodle-doodle-doodle.
You step down into a large corridor, doors on each side. But at the very end of this corridor, a door stands half open. The room inside is brightly lit, but from here you can't really make out much.
Proceed to the door.
Mm.
You walk up to the door, and inside you see Heribald, or at least the archpriest that previously stood at the podium. Let me... There are two more cleansers inside, each one next to the large desk he sits behind. And as you enter, he gestures and the guards, "Go on, leave. Stand outside, it's fine." Well, go on, come on, closer. Have a seat.
Oh, thank you.
The guard told me you have something.
Yes, we had heard that you very much like this Dragonheart brew, and while we had been working for the venerable swordsmen and trying to recover some of it, and as one of their greatest patrons, they, wanted to pass some of it on to you, and we as well thought that was very appropriate for all the work that you do against the Blight.
Oh, that is wonderful, wonderful days these. You must know. Oh, yes. Hold on. You have the barrel with you.
Oh, yes, of course. We have the small barrel. I guess.
He stands up immediately and walking towards you, almost expectantly. He seems almost excited.
Set it up there and... do you have a cork and such? And...
He without a word almost, he grabs the barrel and he places it on a table further back in the chamber. There's a few bookcases there. There's a lot of clutter, some drawers. And as he places the barrel onto one of these shelves, he grabs a small tap from nearby and he just sort of hits it a few times into the barrel. Then he bends down, produces a mug, and starts pouring. Really, really wonderful days these. You are, you've given me an entirely new outlook on people. He downs the first glass Ah. So, what brings this pleasure? I heard that the brewery was overrun. You say you came from them. What news do they bring? Is the
Oh,
brewery up and running?
yes. Well, we cleared it out. It should be shortly up and running. And then the
Oh,
venerable
Just found
sword.
out.
Yes, yes.
wonderful, wonderful.
Well, you see, we like to hunt monsters and such. Our group here, and it's not that dissimilar from what you do with the blight, and also saving people from the monsters in the rest of the world.
Yes, yes, of course. You see him already pouring another mug. I thought it was gonna be the cleanses against all the evil of the corrupt, but I've been learning that among all the filth, people see things the same, and it's with they've done more in a week than the rest of the cleanses have done in the previous month. He now takes the barrel and the mug back to the table and sits down, pouring a third. That was not so long ago. That was this other girl. She was custom wolf Lycan. Not sure. Not sure if she was wolf. Well, there's many different kinds, but anyway, she was like pharaoh almost. Like her
Pharaoh?
arms were fur and claws, and she walked so weird. I think her legs too, like half. But she came to the church, and at first I thought she was a spy. You see, there's this wretched order here. Wretched order of the Lycan. Wretched.
Wretched.
So anyway, she comes to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
He takes another large swig of the ale.
Can I make an insight check to see how hard the alcohol's hitting him?
Well, it's very apparent that he's probably not been drinking for a fair bit,
Okay.
and he is already 3 mugs in.
Okay.
So anyway, she comes to the church, right? Under guard, of course. She tells me that she's looking for Easterville, vile woman. Oh, I forgot. So Easterville, you might have heard. She died. She was in the paper. She was evil, bad, evil. There was this place, this bad place, evil thing in there. But
Yeah, we've heard she's done terrible things.
yes. She knew the woman, like the wolf one. She she knew Easter, but she wanted to stop Easter. She told me she was all doing all these evil experiments right under us, right under Polythreme's guts like a worm in a mangy mud. So I give her some of our oil, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cleanses really well, especially against the blight. But I also hear she didn't make it. But then I read in the paper that Easterville is gone. So good news after all. Devil's Kitchen is nothing without its cook.
Did that vile wolf creature have a name?
I didn't ask for her name. I respected that woman. She was tainted like all the others, but I respect the dog that doesn't pretend it's not a dog, She knew a place coming.
In
to
the
us.
meantime, I lean over to Catherine a bit.
She had,
Maybe you should describe Looncaster and ask if she looked like that.
She had great masters. She had an order too, not order like the order of Lycan, but circle. I should very much like to meet them. They raised a good dog.
She was with the circle, not the order.
Yes, yes. But not to put your achievements on the rug. You brought the great fuel that will help us fight for justice. And he takes another swing.
Do you
You
say
know,
she brought the red fuel?
We.
Okay.
you seem like good people in service to the eternal flame. If you don't know, you see him lean back and hold on. Let me just. Rummages through a cabinet, throwing all kinds of stuff before he suddenly, almost toppling over, slams a vial back onto the table. Yeah, that worm's still in our guts, and only fire burns it out. I got a description of how to get there to the Devil's Kitchen. So
Oh yeah.
you should just go there. It's the experiment place. Burn it down clean with fire.
That makes sense. That sounds terrible. Is this what we want to burn it with?
Yes, yes. It's holy oil anointed. It burns like nothing. It doesn't stop burning for a while. It's just, even if something like doesn't burn on its own, it burns for so long it just makes it ash.
I can imagine.
Well, all right. Oh, so the directions is Devil's Kitchen.
Yes, I had them somewhere here. Hold on. You see him rummage through his pockets. And after a few seconds, he pulls out this crumpled, somewhat stained piece of paper. Yeah, there, this what she said it was gonna be. I didn't have time to send anyone there myself. You see, it's down in the guts, the bowels of Polythreme.
Oh,
It's not a good place to send people. It's also technically not, a god doesn't like people down there. But I'm sure you can just, definitely watching everywhere.
right. Well, what about the circle? We could work with them if they're. Sounds like they're on our side too.
Yes, yes. She didn't really say where I could find them. I think she was also mistrusting of me as much as, or at least her masters were, which in all likelihood is good. I understand. I probably would have done the same.
You think they are from somewhere in the city?
Oh no! She had this kind of feral, nothing like that in the city ever.
Oh.
Her fur was caked with mud and all sorts of plants and stuff. Definitely from somewhere else. I don't know if there's any place like that in the arcologies, but I don't think they'd allow some feral creature roaming about. You know what I mean?
Then it must have been the circle that was aware of this creature's inventions and experiments. If this wolf wasn't from Polythreme.
I don't really. What?
So you said that the wolf creature that had come,
Yes.
Adventure Masters.
that had come to talk about getting rid of Istavil. She wouldn't have known Istavil herself because she's not from Polythreme.
Oh no! She knew her. She knew of her. I'm not sure how. I guess her masters are well informed, but she's definitely not from the city. Even in a city so filthy as this, you don't get that dirty. I don't know what kind of mug she called out of. Maybe she's even like from the bowels, but I've never heard of a circle in the bowels. Some sort of. This is all smugglers and scum.
Well, it sounds like we have our work cut out for us either way.
Yes, yes, yes. Just make sure to spawn it. It's down the bowels, so no one will even care or notice.
I mean, I just kind of look at the others.
He gave
I
you the
assume-
soup, right?
He pours another mug.
So yeah, I assume he's just about to.
Well, I'm sure we could take care of one more matter.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate you bringing this to our attention. Enjoy your drink.
May the flame live in you.
Yes, I hope you come back with good news. It's already been a wonderful week. Wonderful week
Yeah,
for
and
the
we'll see you at the Venerable Swordsman. We're partners.
Yes, yes, sometime,
So-
sure. If it's opening its doors again, I will be there.
Great. May the flame guide you. I have no clue if that's something they would say, but I'm just saying it anyway.
Oh.
Well, that went like 100% better than I expected, actually.
Wow. That guy really likes to drink.
So, Catherine,
The wrong thing again.
That was my fault because I was just about to grab it and take it away.
Catherine,
Yes.
I feel like you said something that you're not from here also? From Polythreme?
Not originally.
So, do you know any other lichens from outside that might have come here?
Nope.
Maybe the Order knows more about lichens entering the city.
I mean, I imagine they would.
Well, I think we did ask about any new recruits. They said they hadn't had any recently.
Yeah, maybe this particular one isn't a recruit, but just
Right.
maybe it's still someone they asked to become a recruit, but they didn't want to or something.
Certainly could be. So this Devil's Heart, do you think that's the laboratory, Istavil's like secret laboratory we had kind of heard
Yeah.
about?
I
Yeah.
imagine so.
I feel like that's very likely.
Well, maybe we just go directly there at the very least and see if there is anything about the circle and
How do we get into the Powells, though? My first guess would be perhaps that, what was that house called? The field office.
oh, and like that trap door down into
Mhm.
somewhere.
the
Oh,
waterway.
Yeah.
I don't maybe it goes to the Bowels. He said smugglers go down there.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
I don't know if we really want to fight our way through that again, though.
If it's not still empty.
Well, I mean, there was somebody coming in when we left.
Hmm.
Although, if they're not still hunting us, I suppose if we were to hang about, we might be able to catch the eye of that our particular, I don't know,
Our
acquaintance.
contact.
Yeah, contact.
It's possible maybe Ron knows a way into the bowels. Or Reginald. He's been here a while, hasn't he?
Oh, let's not ask Reginald.
Wow.
At least not for now.
I'm sure Reginald has some insightful things to say. In between all the muttering about his arcology days and carrots.
He probably does.
Hmm.
Has any one of you taken a look at the map yet?
Map? This map?
The crumpled up map that.
Oh,
probably
he- oh,
I
I
I
do.
thought he just told us the bowels.
Yeah. I'll take a look at the map.
Give me an intelligence check.
Oh no.
I'll pull out my magnifying glass to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
And straight intelligence or investigation?
Straight intelligence.
Okay.
Like an assistant somewhere?
$21.
Okay. The map is extremely crude. The many stains and smudges on it make it kind of hard to read. But you can sort of make out from its layout places that you've seen before. One of them looks like a large forge at the center of the city, and the place that is marked seems to be somewhere close to the train station.
Well, it seems to be near the train station.
Underneath this initial map is a few arrows, probably indicating turns that you are supposed to take.
So you could probably head to the train station to enter in. And then follow these directions as best as possible to make our way through the maze of the bowels.
Sure. I mean, does it mark an entrance or? Just kind of like go down here. This place is kind of near the train station.
Does it have anything denoting where?
The X marks a precise location, but doesn't really say anything else on the map.
Okay.
I'd assume we might be able to clearly see when we're getting to the X, but
Well, by all means, then let's get to the X and see. Is there? It might be quite dark down there. Do we need to get anything with that, or?
I cannot see in the dark. Perhaps we should go for a quick supply run.
so we're over here somewhere, right, Beggar?
You are exactly.
So this one is the church.
No, that's the marker.
Oh, that's the marker. Oh, it's the church.
Choice.
Good old church.
Mediocre. Okay.
It's not too far.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do you have any torches on you?
I mean, I still got the one.
I have a few. We could go with that.
Oh wait, I'm wrong. I have 10. Oh wait, no, that's the weight. Never mind. No wait, I do have 10.
I do have 10 too.
Oh
I
wait,
have 10.
I feel like I can cast light today.
Today.
I forgot.
Is there a spell that changes every day?
Yeah, that's my spell that changes every day.
Nice. Well then,
Still, I wonder, like, are there
I
lanterns or something in this world that are
Oh, yeah.
burning at night? So not, I don't know, electrical is probably the wrong, but like mechanical lanterns, not
There
oily
are oil
lanterns.
lanterns, there are regular torches, there are also lanterns that seem magical in nature.
Okay, those. Maybe
I'll just
buying
take
one
a
of those at some
grip
point might be interesting.
I was more thinking something that like gave you a dark vision, so that you didn't have to have a light out.
I mean, if I can get a lantern, I can just clip it on a belt, maybe.
But yeah, I mean, goggles of any kind that give night vision or something would be interesting too, of course. But that only works for one person then,
True.
and the lantern would, like, lighten up things in general.
now, how many of us need to aren't able to already see?
I raise my hand.
Me too, even though I'm a cat.
Right.
So probably a lantern's a good
And I
idea.
feel like Kara too.
Right. We could probably try and get like a hooded lantern or something like that.
Yeah, maybe on our way there we can look out for merchants that might have something like that in stock.
That works. We'll keep an eye out as we move along.
Okay, so you make your way into X marks the spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But we're looking on the way to X marks the spot.
Then please give
Um,
me a 1d20 and then give me a perception roll.
Also, it's very unlikely down here, but I'm looking out for high quality weapons, maybe even magical stuff.
That's
Not
the
just
D20.
not just weapons, but equipment in general. My perception is 21.
Okay. Yeah, on your way towards where spot is marked on the map. You do pass by a few shops, and even though you don't really see any weaponry at all being sold, you do find shops that sell lanterns,
Can I have
torches, oil.
Kieran keeping an eye out to make sure nobody's following us from the church?
Okay.
I would like to buy a lantern.
What is Kieran's passive perception?
Well, his passive perception is 11,
Okay.
but I can roll for my perception for him by just telling him what I'm looking for. Would that work?
Yeah.
I had rolled 20,
Okay.
which
And what was
would make it
Catherine looking for?
21.
A lantern.
Yeah, you find the lantern at similar store. There's also some shops closer to the train station that seem to sell outdoors gear, sort of climbing hooks, ropes, that kind of thing. Tents.
But just the classic lanterns, not the magical ones, I guess.
Yeah. There doesn't seem to be a high demand for magic lanterns, at least in the lower district.
That's fine. I'll just buy, I guess, a lantern I can like put on my belt and some oil.
If you get a
Yeah, you
hooded
definitely
lantern,
find hooded lanterns.
I don't know how much that costs. Lantern. That I spelled it wrong. How long does burns for 6 hours? Oh, okay. Dang. Is this it? Oh.
it's only 5 gold. Generally, I don't know what it is here, but that's how much it is on the
200 gold.
200 gold.
5 million. No, it is 5 gold.
Okay.
Okay, I'm good.
There's 500 copper pieces.
Can you change?
The cashier looks at you very disgruntled as you slam down 500 copper pieces. But he swipes them off the table and collects them in his hands.
You can't slap those down. You have to count them one by one.
You see him place them on a small scale,
Oh,
Oh.
and then he comes back to the table and asks, "Anything else?"
Is he talking to me?
Well, whoever just paid with 500 copper pieces.
Well, I don't have any copper pieces.
Well, your gold is probably also some in silver, some in copper.
Wow. I only carry gold.
Okay. Do you only buy one lantern?
Oh, yeah, I guess I'll buy one for Soleil too.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I have to subtract the cost of oil too. Oil.
A lantern comes with one flask of wine, but if you want to buy extra,
Oh. I mean, it burns for 6 hours. I'll buy 4. I'll buy 4 flasks, 4 extra. I don't know how much 0.1 GP is though. Is that just the copper?
no, that's a silver piece.
Okay,
10
yeah.
silver pieces are 1
Okay.
gold piece. So that's 5 extra silver. If you buy 5 extra.
Buying 4 extra.
4 extra. And it's 4 silver pieces.
Oh god, it doesn't remove it, really.
Just remove 1 gold and add 6.
That's true!
Quick maths.
Whoa! I don't know math.
Me neither.
I was kicked out of high school. Okay, I'm done.
Okay.